Men are abandoning their jobs to stay home and chill.
Whoever fought for women to get jobs? Why?
Men are abandoning their jobs to stay home and chill. Women are not happy about this. They're pissed off about it because that free meal ticket is coming to an end. Guys, watch the end of the video to understand why men are abandoning their jobs to stay home and chill, and the implications this is going to have on society, and why so many women are now also pissed off about it. And now let's just go ahead and jump right back into the video.
Why did we do that? I am so tired. I want to just put my feet up. Like, I am... Oh my god.
No. Is that complaining, I hear? You guys fought for these rights. You wanted to get this money. You wanted to get in the field. So get to it. See, for generations, we've let you women get away with this long enough. We're tired of it. We've been doing it for the longest. So no, woman up. You cannot put those feet up and relax, baby girl. You got to get to work. We are in our soft guy era now. We realize you women can work now. We don't want a broke woman anymore. We don't want to pay 100% of everything. If we're going to do that, we would rather be alone. Just be ready to pay for some shit, because we're not playing. Drizzle, drizzle.
This is the biggest thing right here, y'all. It started off as a joke. It's not a game anymore. These men are not playing. These men, no man in his right mind is paying for everything anymore. And the simp economy is moving overseas because they get a better deal. Even online, the simp economy is moving overseas because they get a better deal. All right, they can get a Filipina or they get a Filipina 304 or Thailand 304 or whatever, and they feel like they're having a better relationship with these women because these women come across as more wholesome than the American women, who are basically just like, hand over your money to us and we don't give a damn about you. It's true. It's a sad reality, but it's a true reality. And as a result, a lot of it's moving overseas. Women have lost everything. They told men, don't talk to us, don't speak to us, miss us with that. And the same women who are like, do not speak to us, do not come close to us, don't make eye contact with us, are then turning around and saying, if we can't approach you, then if you can't approach us, because we've made it clear, do not approach us, then how do we approach you? And then guys, of course, they're also turning around. They're like, oh, simps, we miss you. Guys, simps are a good thing.
His hot take is that being a simp is actually so attractive. Wow, that is really red. Like, guys will fully bully each other about being a simp. It's genuinely so attractive. And I just don't get why they get bullied for it. Like, it's so attractive, a guy knowing what they want and like being obsessed with you and like adoring you. Like, that's really attractive. Surely you girls have to agree that a simp is just the best thing ever.
Men who have no backbone and give someone attention that they absolutely do not deserve. All right? Simps are responsible for so much of the pain and suffering in society that we are passing through right now. And of course, these men take accountability for nothing. They're the ones responsible for all of this. All right? This is why so many men are freaking out and like, you know what? We're done with these simps. We're 100% done with these simps. And if you listen to modern women, they're getting angry because men are done with this garbage. They're like, men are really in their soft guy era, and soft guy era is more than men just taking it easy. A lot of men are grinding during soft guy era. What they're really saying is that we're not grinding for you anymore, ladies. If you want something, you need to bring something to the table. And a lot of dudes in soft guy era are going MWA. They're walking away and they're looking at their best alternatives, or they're going straight up MGTOW and they're saying they want to separate themselves from relationships and society, and get, they'll get their money, they'll make enough to survive and thrive and no more.
They decided amongst themselves to make themselves even more undesirable to women. If this is how men are going to act like women, I would rather just hang out with women and the population. For centuries, it has been the case that men are protectors and providers. Let them being their self-way.
So basically, she's admitting that modern women have become toxic, but she's saying that it's okay for women to act that way but it's not okay for men to act that way because it's a job of men to be responsible and disposable. Basically, we are born to sacrifice ourselves for society and women. If you look at what happened to the Roman Empire, they tried doing that with men in the empire. And what did the men do? The men all began running away. The men began running away, and the population began to decline. The only people having kids were Chad and Tyrone's. All right, the men who were destroying society and the spawn of their children who were destroying society. Women did this. All right. And they called it kindness. They were like, oh, it's kindness. And eventually, like I said, eventually in the Roman Empire, they banned no fault divorce, but it was too late by that point. All right. There was basically all the money in the empire went to subsidize women. And then the barbarians, they were like, oh, okay, so you have no money, you have no guards, you can't even protect yourself. The men absolutely hate you in your own empire. We're just going to go in and take what we want. This is exactly what ends up happening. All right. And if you look at the United States right now, they're saying that the United States officials from the Pentagon are saying that the United States needs to institute a draft because because the military is close to breaking. All right. They do not have, the reserves are only, the military reserves today are only 10% of what they were 50 years ago. And there are idiots who are still screaming and hollering saying that we do not need boots on the ground, even while the Pentagon is saying that we need boots on the ground and we need to start instituting a draft. There are idiots who are like saying that the Pentagon is wrong. We do not need boots on the ground. You have to understand the military does more than just protect us. They also help maintain infrastructure. They also help in cases of national disaster and crises. There's a lot of things. Guys, there's a lot of technology. There's so many things that the military does, that the military reserves do. All right, that the Coast Guards do. We have, guys. It's a lot, and we don't have the manpower anymore. Whenever something's really wrong, you need the military. I mean, even the internet was heavily developed by the military. A lot of technological innovations that we now take for granted today, so have originated from the military. Even GPS, a lot of the history in GPS comes from the military. Okay, global positioning system, and yet our military is falling apart, and most of the brightest minds are no longer going into the government. They're going into they're basically going into Silicon Valley or becoming YouTubers. And the military is like, oh, we need to figure out how to lure these people from Silicon Valley to the military. And I see idiots in the comments who are like, oh, offer them the GI Bill and tell them that we'll pay for their education. No one is going to throw their life away in the military, especially when you don't even have to go to college anymore to work in Silicon Valley. Gen Zers mess that up. They don't even want you to have a college degree. They basically want to see your portfolio. They want to see that you have the skill sets to actually do the work. Like, basically show them that you have the skills to get the job done. That's it. They don't give a damn about anything else. A lot of these companies, Microsoft, Google, Apple, they've all removed the requirements for college degrees. They don't require college degrees anymore. Amazon, they don't require college degrees anymore. In fact, they've even created their own programs where you can take free courses and learn how to do these things and then go and apply for a job with them. So yeah, it's pretty much over. It is 100% over for a lot of women in Western society, because women were not designed to live without men. So a lot of women are going to be facing absolute hardship. Not all women. There's some women who were like, they were responsible, and I completely respect those ladies. But for women who are actually going after men right now, while they're living off public assistance and having the government subsidize their living, or they're living off the simp economy, if they can't find a man to take them out to buy them food one evening, they don't eat. They're heading for extreme hardship, poverty, and destitution, and there's no one coming to the rescue. There's literally no one coming to the rescue. You have simps who are like, oh, don't try to figure women out. Learn how to serve them. All right. You should be serving and obeying your woman. You shouldn't, and you shouldn't be looking for a woman who's beautiful. You should be looking for a woman who you can serve. All right. Don't ask what she can do for you. Ask what you can do for her, how well you can serve her, how much you can sacrifice for her. Who the living hell would do something like this? Jesus was the ultimate sacrifice. So why are they telling us to sacrifice ourselves for women, society, and the church? All right, guys, this is evil stuff. And then, of course, women are running off and falling in love with demons, reading all of this demonic literature and reading from the satanic Bible. Some of y'all are like, oh, actually, Angry, the satanic Bible is just fine. Listen to me, y'all. It tries to get you to believe that it's logical and rational, and there's some rational things in there, but ultimately, it's trying to bridge a gap between you and God. It's trying to separate you from Jesus Christ. Okay? It's trying to turn you into a borderline atheist. All right? It's trying to tear you away from God. That is the entire purpose of it. I'm just being straight up and honest with you. This is what Hollywood has been pushing for years. This is what women are doing. They don't want vampires or werewolves anymore. That's so 2000. All right? No, they want demons. They want demons and Satan himself if they can get their hands on him. All right? Just think about that carefully. The future for a lot of these individuals is poverty, destitution, hardship, pain, suffering, living in shelters, living in their cars, living in the streets, even living in the woods. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Men are abandoning their jobs to stay home and chill. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWM and walking away. And cheers.